Chris, you're welcome on board.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah. So tell us a bit what you're working on actually. So
Connected cars. So Altran's vision, which we're working on at the moment, is that in fact the connected car is three things. The thing you hear about the most is one, which is what we call the highwayman model of the connected car. The highwayman model of the connected car is that we hear about application services, which are basically about getting the hands in the people's getting their hands in the pockets of the people in the car. They want you to consume, they want you to buy things, and they want to use services. It's all very legitimate, but that is the one thing we hear about. We're actually demonstrating downstairs our version of a platform for that kind of activity. But there are two other groups of applications related to the connected car. One group is related to connected ADAS, a connected advanced driver assistance. This means that as the cars become more connected, it's likely that there'll be infrastructure in the roads which will be supporting the driver. And remember that the first model I talked about, the highwayman applications, they don't really apply that much to the driver. They apply to the other occupants. He's busy doing a task, which is a safety critical task. He's driving. However, connectivity from things like junctions, so where the car can talk to a junction as it's approaching a junction and be told this is a dangerous junction, or there are 4 other cars coming out of the junction, etc., and have that displayed in his system, that is another aspect of the connected car that is likely to become more important as we get better and more secure connectivity around the vehicle. The third area where we might see some relationship to the connected car is all the things that the public authorities would like to be able to do with a car that they can track and that they can talk to. We already hear about things like, tolling, which is another form of highwayman activity. We have insurance, pay-as-you-drive insurance, etc. But we could also see a much more advanced version of active traffic management. Today in the UK, already there are studies going on about how traffic can be managed by disabling or enabling roads in real time to try and direct traffic around the environment to avoid congestions, to avoid interference with events, etc. With truly connected cars, we might be in the position where we will have the public authorities talking to cars, even to the point of giving obligatory routes in controlled parts of the network. So, for instance, one of the ways you might see somewhere like London operating is instead of having a zone where you pay to enter into that arena, you may have an area which is controlled space. You arrive into that area, your car distributes a manifest to a central point that says how many people in the car, your destination, the type of car, perhaps, and a central route server will tell you the route to your destination based on trying to optimize the traffic and the circulation for that environment. We will also have the situation with the connected car, and this is already under experimentation, where emergency vehicles will be broadcasting their approach well in advance of their arrival through a particular set of cars. So we will have the situation that you will know perhaps 3 minutes in advance that there's an emergency vehicle coming and he wants to route through. So we'll see cars moving over even before we've perhaps heard the sirens. So as I say, there's 3 areas which are all equally important, which is the highwayman applications, i.e. how can we sell services and connectivity to the other occupants of the car, and 2 other areas which, to be honest, are likely to have a much higher impact, which will be related to connected driver assistance and also to active traffic management, the management of the environment by the central authorities, all enabled, hopefully, by the same style of technology and based on common platforms.
Of course. Thank you very much, Chris. Well, it really makes me think about the Minority Report type of movie, you know, where the public authorities can handle actually your vehicle on certain areas, okay? And meaning you have kind of semi-robotic cars where you can handle it by yourself or drive it yourself, or you just let the car go and be automatically piloted. So, we really see this exciting time. Frightening and exciting time at the same time.
There are still a couple of barriers for this. The first thing is that the mix of robotic car and driven car is not a great mix for human psychology. No. Humans aren't great for mixing in that environment. The other thing is, of course, that as we get to the environments where we have advanced driver assistance, there's the advice type advanced driver assistance, but potentially we could have connected active driver management, which could mean actually modifying the dynamics of a vehicle. So, for instance, in the States, they are already experimenting with junctions, whereas when you stop at a junction, the junction takes over your car in the sense of allowing you when you can move forward based on what it knows about other vehicles approaching the junction, for instance. So there's barriers to that, because then we can start getting into a system which is safety critical, active and connected. And so there's aspects about how do you construct such a system, which is also still going to be using data and activities which are not managed in the same manner.
And so back again to what we've been talking about in healthcare: data management, security, reliability, and
trusted token
privacy.
Applications, trusted token data. This is the company I work for has two arms in this. We have the HMI and the infotainment arm that we're demonstrating downstairs, but we also have another arm which is the formal mathematically proven software aspects for doing high integrity software for those type of environments. And the current challenge is that we're seeing is how do you mix a whole world of data that will never be high integrity, which is too expensive to get it at high integrity, and have it interfacing in a manner which is secure and safe, with trusted tokens in the car, which may in fact be having a serious impact on the dynamics of the car. And so there is a challenge that we're currently working on.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Chris, indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.